What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH, Jocelyn. I feel like Jocelyn is very naive to the Dex situation. I think she is, and I think Carly is trying to open her eyes to some things because Carly experienced this already, and she already told Jocelyn, like, you've seen what she went through during her marriage to Sonny. You know what I'm saying? Like the constant bodyguards, the looking over your shoulder, being on pins and needles. She saw those things. You know, the family being targeted. She saw those things. So Carly really does not want that for her daughter, but at the end of the day, she's trying to see if Jocelyn really is serious about this. Jocelyn thinks that Dex getting out of the mob is easy as one, two, three, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Even if he is working undercover and he claims he doesn't want out that life, the mob life is very enticing. It is. I mean, look at Michael. He's tried to be in the mob several times throughout the years. It's intriguing. It's that adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? It gets the heart pumping. You know what I'm saying? Plus all the flashy shit that you see. It has a way of making people gravitate towards that lifestyle. So even if Dex claims he's playing Sonny or whatever, I can see him getting close to Sonny and starting to like Sonny. Because hell, look at Dante. When Dante was undercover, he started to like Sonny, and even Ronnie and the rest of the cops started noticing like his demeanor, his change in behavior. He was hell bent on taking Sonny down, but he started. The more he got to know Sonny, the more he started liking Sonny, and I think the same is going to happen with Dex. He's gonna like Sonny. He's gonna like the lifestyle, and I don't think he's gonna get out of it. Um, so Jocelyn's gonna have to, figure out what she wants to do in terms of, if you want to be a part of that life. And if she is going to be a part of that life, she can't sit there and condemn Sonny every 5 seconds like she normally does. Um, and she really has to question her relationship with Dex anyway, because I'm like, man, he's sitting here making you grilled cheese, but look at this full-fledged, full-course meal he done made Sonny. Like, are you dating him or is Sonny dating him? I just want to know, because he made Sonny a whole meal. And he made this girl grilled cheese. Like, that's like somebody getting some filet mignon. Another person is getting filet mignon and your man over here feeding you spam. I'm just saying. Like, he giving somebody else filet mignon, but you get the spam without mayonnaise. I'm just saying. That's atrocious. Just, I would question my whole existence at that moment. I would question my importance in that person's life at that moment. I'm just saying. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Dex, he felt slighted, because Sonny didn't bring him into the office to, talk about the Pikeman deal or whatever. And Sonny pretty much told him, he was like, it is not that I don't trust you. He was like, but if shit goes sideways with this Pikeman thing, you'll have complete deniability. I can't blame anything on you because you didn't know the details of it, just in case. Um, so Sonny pretty much told Dex, he was like, well, come with him to the warehouse or whatever to see where they're vulnerable with security and whatnot. So they get to the warehouse and, they looking over things and whatnot. And all of a sudden there's a sniper and Dex sees the sniper and, him and Sonny, he pushes Sonny down to duck for cover or whatever. I totally feel like that whole thing was a setup by Sonny. I feel like Sonny was testing him because currently Sonny doesn't really have an enemy right now trying to take him out currently that we know of. And I don't see Miss Wu trying to take him out in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Because Miss Wu, for right now, I don't think that's her goal to take Sonny down right now. So I can't see her doing that. So I definitely feel like it was a setup by Sonny to test Dex. You know what I'm saying? To see if he could handle the pressure, to handle how he would handle in that type of situation if there really was a sniper attack. Like, would he notice it? How would he react to it? I think it was a test. Um, and judging by the looks of it, he may have passed with flying colors too, because he was quick on his feet. He saw that shit like that. So that was a good move. Honestly, I could see Dex starting to like Sonny. I could see him starting to like the lifestyle, and I don't know. Maybe he might turn on Michael. Stop giving him information and whatnot. I feel like this whole plan to take Sonny down is not going to go the way Michael thinks it's going to go. It's not going to be that simple. It's definitely not. I don't see it. So anyway, moving on from that, Drew. Mm. I'm not really feeling Drew right now. I'm not feeling this character at all right now. I'm just not. Like, I'm very indifferent towards him. And it's not because of Cameron Matheson or anything. I do like Cameron Matheson, but I'm just, it's the way it's being written to me. I'm just not receiving it well. Um, so basically, he trying to go to Ned with this little plan to buy back ELQ, get Valentine's stock. Now that they think Valentine is gone, they feel like it's a good time as any to try to get the stock. Because he feels like since Valentine is dead, that the stock is going to automatically go to Charlotte, but of course Laura is going to oversee the shares, so they could try to buy it from her. Yeah, that's a plan, but here's the thing: Drew is full of shit at this point. Like he's talking about, oh, I'm just trying to, bridge the gap. I'm trying to, stop all the tension in the family. And Ned was like, I don't want there to be bad blood between us either. But the way Ned was looking at Drew, I don't think he's buying what he's selling. Because he had that look on his face looking at him like, I know you full of shit, but I'm going to play along with you. That's how Ned was looking at him. And I hope so. I hope Ned knows, like, you cannot trust him. Drew is not to be trusted because even Drew told Carly that he was going to pacify Ned. Um, and I definitely feel like Drew was lying. Because Drew was like, oh, I just want to get the stock back so the family could be back in control of ELQ and I'll step away from ELQ entirely and just focus on Aurora. I don't buy it. And Ned was like, I'll think about it. Ned said he'd think about it or whatever. I just don't buy it. Like Ned already mentioned how they try to ice him out before, which they did. Um, I just don't see Ned backing this plan. I don't see him joining forces with Drew because at the end of the day, it's not going to benefit him. It didn't benefit him before. He's benefited more from his partnership with Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least you got chairman of the board out of it. I feel like if the Quartermaines bought back Valentine's stock, Ned would be froze out again. They would just remove him as chairman, more than likely. And him and Drew and Michael would probably try to go again with this whole stupid ass merger again. And that merger never made no sense. Aurora Media does not need to merge with ELQ. Absolutely not. But I just find it stupid that they try to get rid of Ned from ELQ like he's seasoned. You know what I'm saying? You would want somebody like him to be in a position of authority with you. And that's what Ned proposed, that all three run the company together, which I think is smart. But the problem is there's a lot of ego. Not just from Ned, because Ned has an ego as well. But the other two, Drew and Michael definitely got an ego. They be ego tripping. And they power trip sometimes. So it's going to clash. That's the problem. Um, but it's like if I'm Drew, I'm gonna want somebody like Ned on my side because he's seasoned in the business community. You know what I'm saying? Like his mind is a beautiful thing to have on your side. The way his mind works in the business world. Don't get me wrong, Ned is not perfect in business, but you want somebody who's been a part of the business community for decades. Plus, he knows ELQ inside and out. I would want him on the team. You know what I'm saying? In some capacity. And I think that they should definitely work together on this thing. Will it happen? Probably not. It'll probably be a disaster, but it's something to think about. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. Maxie is making her rounds, trying to scrounge up support for the nurses ball. I love Maxie because you know what, she getting her hustle on and I like it. Um, and Ned and everybody said she already got their support. They're definitely down. Ned is going to handle the music aspect. She wants Michael to be on the planning committee, but he coming up with all types of excuses. Talking about, oh, I got the wedding, and then, Willow got the cancer stuff. We waiting on the donor. And Willow was like, for one, the wedding is already taken care of. And the donor stuff, that's all that is a sit and wait kind of thing. So he doesn't need to do that. So he's in, he's going to do the planning committee, which I think is pretty dope. I'm glad Maxie is, cheering this event with Bobby and stuff like that, and they getting the ball rolling because I definitely think this is going to be a major event. And you know me, I love the Nurses Ball. I think it's one of the dopest times of the year because we get to see a lot of great musical performances plus the drama. Don't forget the drama. Um, so I can't wait. I think it's going to be crazy. So anyway, moving on from that, um, Nina and Ava were talking and whatnot, and Nina was talking about the SEC and trying to, talk to her about Carly and Drew. So that's when Ava started piecing everything together and figured out that she remembered Carly bought a lot of stock in Aurora Media. That was before the merger. So she was like, yeah, that's insider trading. That's why they're not trying to be in public. So she trying to figure out what Nina gonna do about that. But the thing is, Nina just has a theory at this point. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough. Honestly, I could see Nina calling the SEC and putting the bug in their ear. I could definitely see her doing that, because once she does that, the SEC is going to be asking all types of questions, investigating and whatnot, and it's going to be a shit. It's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a whole shit storm coming Drew and Carly's way. I don't see Nina blackmailing Carly or nothing like that, because Carly doesn't really have anything Nina wants. Nina pretty much already has everything, but I could definitely see her making that phone call and getting the SEC involved. Because Ava knows that Sonny know about it, but they're not surprised that Sonny is going to try to protect Carly. That's his ex-wife, and Nina realizes that Carly is always going to be a fixture in their life, of course. I'm all for some good revenge. I'm all for it. It's very tit for tat at this point. But I think Nina need to think before she acts, because the last thing she wants is this to blow up in her face. So she definitely need to give this some serious thought. So anyway, moving on from that, Cody had told Sasha about the conversation he overheard with Gladys or whatever selling the garage. So of course Sasha confronts Gladys, and Gladys talking about, well, I'm in charge of your finances, whatever, so I could sell. Because she came up with some little corny story about how, she kept getting phone calls from people looking for Brando, and the bills kept coming in for the garage, and she said it was just too painful to hold on to it, so she decided to sell. So of course Sasha was pissed at first, because she felt like they were supposed to be making decisions together despite what the court order says. I was pissed when Sasha hugged her and forgave her, because I'm like, Gladys is not acting in her best interest at all. Gladys is acting in her own best interest, per usual. And that's why I said before, I think Sasha is going to figure it out, and she needs to find somebody who can, take over her finances for when she's ready, until she's ready to handle it herself again. That's why I think Chase should do it. Somebody with a clean record should take over. So anyway, moving on from that, I like that little bonding moment between Mac and Cody. I really did. I liked it. They was bonding over horses and I guess Australian beer or something like that. I enjoyed it. And, I feel bad for Matt, because he really feels like he hurt Kevin by killing Ryan. And I really don't think Kevin's upset with him at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Kevin is just trying to come to grips with the fact that his twin is gone now, finally. He always hoped that Ryan would change or whatever, but that was never going to happen. It's always tough when you lose a sibling, even if the sibling was, evil to the core. But Mac shouldn't blame himself. At the end of the day, Mac did what he had to do, so I doubt Kevin is going to harbor any resentment towards Mac for that. Mac was just doing his job, basically. So when Mac was getting ready to leave, Cody had dropped that DNA paper, that testing paper. I was really hoping Mac would have looked at it, because I just find it dumb that Cody's not telling him that they're father and son. It's like, why are you not telling this man? You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know what the writers are doing with Cody at this point. I really don't know, but I hope they figure that shit out soon. Because it's like, every time I see Cody on my screen, I'm like, okay, so what is your purpose? Like, what are we doing with him? Ain't no sense in having characters on the show. They're just dead weight when we could definitely be doing other things. I'm just saying. Funny thing is, though, I actually like the actor that played Cody, but I just want them to do something with him. You know what I'm saying? Actually write for him. Stop all this. We see him one day and then we don't for a few days or a week or two. It's like, let's flesh him out more. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great weekend. Peace.